All right, so I want to show you guys how I basically made this card, even though the example is definitely in my Pinterest. This is not my idea, but I really love the actual formatting of this card, and I'm learning myself, so this is pretty dope. Anyway, basically this is a 12 by 6 card that was actually scored right down the middle. I have 2 of them because I think I want to... Because I did this one pink, I want to do a blue one and see what the contrast is with the eggs. So I'm going to do the blue here, and I'm going to have this on the inside of my card. So what I usually do is I start off by crimping the edges of the card. Okay, so it's good enough. So as you can see, you know, with me crimping all of the edges, and again, if you prefer this to be straight, you do not crimp along the your folded area here, and you just do the outside corners. But with this, and this is going to drive me nuts. Hold on, let me take care of this. Feels like the perfect little detail to add to your card. So yeah, that's what I have here. I'm going to actually take a moment to put my, I don't know which side I'm going to use. I'm going to distress it on the sides, and I'm going to do red again because I think red and blue and Easter just shows off all of those beautiful little colors that you could possibly use. And I don't have too much red, I have pink, but you know, this is supposed to kind of signify spring as well. So we just kind of want to bring all colors in effect here. All right, so we have that completed, and this is kind of like where you really learn your style, you know, how you kind of distress your pages and things like that. This is what you learn from other people going as trailblazers and finding these different little projects you can be able to do to find your style, and you'll find yourself crafting a lot more because now you have a certain flair in your within your cards and gift giving and all that type of stuff. So we have the outside of the card, and you have to figure out how you would like to have your card to open like a book, or you know, you want to give them kind of a trick card opening. See, mine opens up from left, you know, open up to right. This one I'm going to actually do it from right to left and open it up this way because I feel like it really doesn't matter as long as they're able to get to where you need. All right, so with this, I'm going to actually do the inside of this card, and I'm going to end up having to move this out the way. And I just basically am going to cut it down the middle. Okay, so of course we're going to distress these sides as well, this side as well too, with red in the same color, or you can use blue or black if you want to. Again, this is your flair. I'm very consistent, or I try to be consistent. This is actually the most colors that I use, and because it's Easter I felt like it was appropriate. But yeah, I'm sticking to one color because that's just my style, but you can do whatever you want. Okay, so from here, because of the type of design I have, it's stripes. On the outside, the stripes are going up and down, so I'm also going to take these up and down. And I want to make sure, yeah, I'm going to keep it like this. I want to make sure it's in the center. You can either have it where the inside is close, or you can be able to have the outside where it's close, or you can just have it in the middle. I'm going to actually center mine, and I'm going to go ahead and center mine. Okay, so the double-sided tape I use is just basic double-sided tape from the dollar store. I don't use really the expensive stuff on this project because it's going to at least adhere paper to paper. Now, if I had another project where I needed stronger tape, I'll probably use my other double-sided tape, but it's really good to get this dollar store tape to make like really simple cards, and you do not have to spend a lot of money in order to make these cute little gifts. So I am over here trying to take this off. So I also wanted to talk about, while I'm taking and peeling off this tape, is the sentiments. Now, I just have Happy Easter, but there's so many cute little sentiments you can add to your card. I think the biggest thing that used to kind of trouble me when I was starting is like, what would I say, right? What would I put on my card? Utilize Pinterest, utilize the internet, and just put in Easter cards and find different things to be able to you know, say on the front of your cards and get really cute with it. You know what I'm saying? One thing, and see, this is already kind of uneven, but that's okay. One thing that I would do, like for church, it would be like, He has risen. That's one thing that they like to, I'm a Christian too, we like to say during the Easter holiday. You know, you could also just go with a cute little picture as well. On the front, and keep it super simple and put the message of Happy Easter as well. So there's many different ways that you can adorn your Easter cards. Bunny rabbits, butterflies, what else? I've actually seen even mouses. And didn't I just say like do up and down? Oh my gosh, let's see if I can pull this up. Nope, it's pretty much done. So we're going side to side in here. Oh gosh. But anyway, I'm really neither here nor there with it. But the point that I'm trying to make is there's so many different decor ideas that you can be able to have with your card. So do not be afraid to use that. And I'm going to actually utilize this card here. I'm going to crimp this down because we need a 2x5 flap in order to cover this card. So I'm going to go ahead and crimp these 4. And as I'm doing that, think of which, you know, titles or sentiments that you like to use on your Easter cards and put it down below, because there's some people actually trying to figure out what to put on their Easter card. Okay, so I crimped the sides of this card and I am back at distressing. It is important that you keep consistency with your card, even if you use different colors. Again, this is your flair. You don't want anything to feel or be left undone. Now, if you do not want to distress at all, this is still a pretty cute card in itself. It's just, I would just say find some type of ways to add accent or depth through your borders, because that's what actually gives the best feeling of a card. So if you have a little bit of a thicker tape, double-sided tape, to make it have some type of dimension, that's cute as well. But I'm going to keep mine pretty flat because I don't want it to actually snag on anything. And I plan on putting this card in an envelope and putting my Ellie Jņe wax seal. So but what it's going to do, essentially, I want my card to open up like this. I'm going to have it here. And, oh, do I even need this? I don't. I like the contrast here. I'm going to keep this like this. Yeah, I'm into that. And then the front is going to have that. Or should it go up and down too? I'm not sure, but I'm into it. I like it like that. Oh, it's hard to decide. Okay. Whew. So let me get my double-sided tape prepared so I can stick this to the card. And basically I had some scraps in my scrap box, and I just embossed the paper, and it's going to only show this side anyway, so I might as well emboss it and use it some type of way, because I hate wasting paper. And if you have ideas on what to do with recycled paper other than make more paper, which is I definitely know how to do that, please put that down below as well on what you do with recycled paper. Okay, so how I usually get this aligned is making sure that the fold is already on the corner and kind of figuring out, see the fold is on the corner like this, and figuring out where I want to stick it, and then start from the corner and move my fingers this way to make sure it's even, and then boom. You have your flap in the place that you want, and it folds perfectly. Awesome. Okay, so like I said, I'm not going to cover that. I actually like how that looks. I'm going to I'm going to take this print here. I'm going to have it go up and down like the front of this card here. And I'm going to place this, and I'm going to also, you know, use my ink for the edges of this embossed area. And I don't know, I think I might, I don't know, I'm just kind of going to fill this one out. What do y'all think? It'll do, it will do. Okay. So let's get the end of this flap before we actually get this actual makeup. But that's basically what I do in order to build up the perfect card. So, yeah, that's all I got to say about that. All right, I got my tape, and I do not forget, you can also use glue as well with your paper, but because I'm on camera, I'm trying to, you know, move along and not take too long and waiting for the liquid glue to be adhesive and stay and keep things stuck to the paper, because I do want to show you guys a finished product, but either one would actually work. Some people just prefer glue because you don't waste as much tape. So it's really up to you. Okay, so I wanted to stop here. Actually, I'm going to do it from this angle because I think this is more important. And that's how we're going to drop it. And I'm going to also add this detailing here. So on my other card, I basically had this on top, like right here. So they're doing this essentially the same thing, except I did a build-up on top of that. I'm not going to add eggs to the front of this card this time. I'm going to actually keep it pretty simple because I want to show diversity. But you can definitely build up a 3D module on top of this as well. Skies is the limit, okay? So let's get some tape onto this. Okay, so I got the tape off. I'm going to make sure that this is centered because it's the front of my card and that's how I like it. And it's up and down this time. I got it up and down the way that I want it to. And that's perfect for me. Okay, I'm down with that. So with this, I'm actually going to keep it straight on the edges. I'm not going to crimp the edges because it's serving as kind of like a boundary. I'm going to get these edges really great. I'm going to get them together, okay? I think I'm going to do it like this. I have to double check again. So how did I make these borders or boundaries? Because I did not purchase them. What I essentially did was take some gold tape and put it on top of vellum, some scrap vellum that I had from making the Easter sentiments. If I can just take this off. And essentially, oops, Once I put the gold tape on top, I ran it through my Big Shots metal die. But yeah, we're putting gold tape on top of the vellum. And this allows you to kind of steady your tape, utilize your old vellum. And you can reuse this vellum too for other different projects if you want to. But this keeps the adhesion just sticky enough to be able to be placed on your card. And I'm trying not to, because this is such a fine cutout, I'm trying not to break the actual sticker itself. But if you have a more like a heart or a star, this will be way more easy to separate. And it's lining up perfectly. And again, if it comes up, all you have to do is glue it. There you go. And we're gonna glue. I'm gonna try to tape down because it's really hard to do with it being embossed paper, but okay. So what I basically did was, see, stuck that on top, and it's pretty loose and it has a dimension, so I didn't do heavy on the actual any glue or anything like that. So it's pretty nice, and this is what it looks like without the words. So you can have this say get well soon, you can say welcome to vacation, you can have this say whatever you want. But again, you can play with the embossing, you can play with the corner pieces here, you can add things to it. Like my old card, I added what do you call it, Easter eggs and things like that. There's so many ways that you can be able to dress up your front card. Okay, and then we are going to add our sentiments. And actually I'm going to do this last, and the reason why is because I'm going to use the wet glue, because this is vellum, right? And I don't want this to I would hate for this to actually, let me see what it would look like this. I'm not into it. I would hate what this would look like, you know, with tape behind it, and you can see the tape. Whew. Okay, so I'm kind of playing it by ear at this point, and I do not know how I'm going to decorate the inside, but I do have my Easter eggs, and this is one that I just like cut off for my other card. But I have these Easter eggs, I have these, and you know, I have like really big ones and small ones and all these different colors. And again, I just use my jelly pad, and I'm going to do kind of like a video around how I use my jelly pad, and it's really basic. I do not have a technique just yet, but I was watching others, and I just want to share with you who I found that was great in the community to learn how to do great jelly pad art. But for the most part, I did the jelly pad art on a piece of paper, and I cut them out into an oval like this, and then I told you guys it's an Easter egg. But I want to try out blues, and I do want to try out all of the colors. I want to see what we can do here, how we can stack these up. I actually like it. It's so cute. Okay, this will be actually adorable. I'm feeling it. Whew. Okay, so in order for me to actually have this pop out, I am going to use the Tim Holtz Distress ink once I'm able to find it. I think it fell somewhere. So let's just get this opened and move this out the way. And I'm going to basically go around the edges and do this, or distress the edges, and it's just going to be a really light coat for me. Okay, so you saw that I basically I distressed all the edges of my eggs, and I'm going to also glue the backs of them, and I'll be right right back so I can show you how I basically place them in line. Okay, so we have all of the tape ready, and we're going to actually get this centerpiece together. And I'm just putting that and centering it. I'm not huge on it being perfectly in the center. I just want to make sure that it's, you know, perfectly horizontal. Can have this one go right here. Probably a little higher. I don't know. Let's cover up the bottom. Right there. So it looks like eggs are dimensional. I love it. It's so pretty. I love this. Okay. That is perfect. Okay, so you could be able to write your sentiments here or around and put a picture in this area. But for the most part, this is absolutely adorable. Again, you could put magnets here. You can do an eyelet and put a what do you call that? A brad on the inside of here, and just lift this paper right here and put the brad on the inside, and it can attach to the eyelet here. There's many ways that you can do this, but it looks like this, just for the sake of this, I'm going to show you how I either put, we call it, some twine around here. What do you call it, wax seal here, or a sticker right here, or just tie it right here, or you can make an envelope.